Saturday, but like Thomas came with me, and so we're just standing in the parking lot going, who's these other people we're looking for? Because there were students like wandering around, and
Okay.
I had no idea who I was looking for. Eventually they wandered over and found me, but
Okay.
still.
Airport sign.
That was also a problem with me trying to.
Yeah, I was worried about that too.
I think I should have said perhaps a much more specific meeting place.
See, I was thinking about that too. Let me think about it, and then
Well, we're parking right behind Weatherspoon, right?
yeah.
And the Weatherspoon like gate is right there, like the entrance. So we just stand right there and be like,
LISSA sign that says LISSA.
Yeah. I'll bring a sign. I'll bring a sign. I think it's a good idea. I'll bring a sign. So, we'll make final arrangements for that procedure and send that out. Then the next meeting will be on Thursday, November 18th. We just got word from some people within the last day or so about having our mentoring event, and I'm excited that it's really hopefully going to happen now. It's been very stressful, but we're tentatively, we haven't gotten confirmation from people who are a venue yet, but tentatively Friday, November the 19th. So that would be the weekend before Thanksgiving. So, and that's 4 weeks away from tomorrow.
What is this again?
We are going to have a kind of informal mentoring event as opposed to, a more formal like panel discussion or something like that. We're not going to do that. We're going to have an event with refreshments and things like that, and who are, for right now, 2 people who are hopefully coming can give a little just intro about themselves and what they do and how they got there, and then we'll just have kind of a more informal conversation with them about the job search process, about what they're experiencing in their jobs, and then a little bit of a socially fun thing as well. So that should be great. That is all events as I have them for right now. Plus, I use somewhere.
oh yes,
It's on the November the 16th, I think, 15th.
yeah, I'm supposed to be posting on the website, but we're still trying to, last meeting we talked about that we need posters, people to, because, it is a great professional activity, because when professional members of the community come in and see us, we get a chance to present and practice and be like, oh, this is what I've been doing research on, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to be over in EUC, I forget the name of the room, but last year we just had them lined up along the sides and people just came in and looked, and the top 5 posters will each get some kind of prize. I'm not sure what it is yet.
But I will say it was kind of, there were certain posters who were kind of, who were more informal. So, I wouldn't be, say, I guess one thing, when I was new, last semester I thought it was kind of a very formal, but there were people who had kind of obviously made their own posters and were doing it on kind of smaller topics. And so I would say it's a very open thing, and it's not something one should be like too worried about. It's just fun.
That sounds exciting.
Yeah, well, Chase did the Second Life, and of course, when you have a computer thing, it totally was not working at all. And every time they tried to set the sound on, it was like, and she's like, all right, so we're just gonna shut this laptop and not look at that anymore. So even if there's problems, everybody's very relaxed about it.
When is this?
November
15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 15th. I was working back from Friday is the 19th.
There's some, I think we can email out some kind of library science lecture at 1:30 in the EUC that day. That's all I had written down though. So I had info about something happening that day. But maybe it was, I don't know if it's part of ideas or not.
Okay, so, yes, I think that's all events-wise. Do you have something?
GSA stuff, just kind of generally, I'm pretty sure, I think we sent out an email with the GSA's new website, because it's very difficult to find now, because of the way the school has moved student activities websites, I think from eSpartan to iSpartan, or however it works. But I can send out the website again. Basically just saying that they have money. If you apply for it, you'll most likely get money.
Yeah.
So it's, you
That's
know,
much.
it behooves you to apply for it if you'd like to. One other thing I'd like to say, it's kind of early to be thinking about this, but the Graduate Student Association has, I believe, five like head members, you know, president and vice president of finance, vice president of publicity, etc. They get paid like a $400 stipend to be doing that. Right now it's entirely English department people because no one else ever runs. So I would just say, I mean, and I wish I had known about this last semester, I would have ran and gotten in. But I just want to say, you know, for anyone who's interested in that kind of thing, for not next semester, next year, think about it and whether that's something you'd be interested in doing, because you could probably pretty much run unopposed, extra $400 stipend for not doing too much work, and you get to really affect the Graduate Student Association, which is really growing. So just something to throw out there and think about.
And put it on your resume.
Yes, that might put on your resume. And they really had, I mean, I think 4 or 5 years ago was really a much smaller thing, and they have much more money now. They're really doing a lot more. So,
Sounds very exciting.
$40 a month for you.
Does anybody have anything else they would like to share with each other? Or?
Sharing something.
Oh, I had something. I just thought of it. We started this meeting. I haven't talked about this with the officers really, but I'll just ask you guys what you think of this potential. Last year we had more informal social events for LISSA, where we just would meet at a coffee shop and chat, or I don't know, just like on a weekday, about like 4:30 usually, so you could just come and start, or 4 o'clock.
Class, yeah.
So you could stop by before class and just somewhere right on your campus and not have coffee and chat.
And
But
we had
people
like
be-
King Street, and we had some
Coffeeology and
Did we ever, were the ones we would have later at like Natty Greens, were they official or were they?
No.
Okay. We weren't, but I mean, you know, but we had those too, like,
Yeah.
you would kind of say like, hey, we're gonna go out to Old Town after class.
Probably just stuff you would have put in the minutes.
So my question is, are people interested in doing that kind of social thing? Yeah? It was always fun. I think it was fun last year. We'd just go and we'd all just talk about, a lot of times we talk about our classes.
Cats.
God knows people need
Cats.
caffeine
Cats.
before class.
Sometimes we
Yeah.
talk about cats, but it's just a way for you to have your peers, and you can kind of, you know,
Getting to know each other a little
getting
better
to know each other, or just talking about things that, you know, sometimes if I'm like out at a bar and I start freaking out about a book or something, people think I'm crazy, you know, so
You need someone else there. That's
so
right.
I need somebody else to talk to, so
It's really all
if
about
you want to be my
social
friend,
elements, right?
if you
No,
want to be
no,
my
no.
friend. But anyways, but yeah, so I was just wondering if people were interested in that.
Yep.
Cool.
We should figure out some good times.
Sounds good. Anything else from anyone?
I just really, I'm really a slave to try getting a job before I graduate, so I'm going to like a bunch of like webinar stuff online, and I realized that I should contribute this to LISSA. So I've been updating our Twitter LISSA account with all these links about things that you can do, like workshops. Like I think today I posted about what to ask an interviewer for a cataloging position when you're there at the interview. Like somebody posted this great list of things you can ask them specifically for that job. So you just kind of like,
Thanks for doing that.
yeah, like zap off somebody else.
Do you post is a lot of the Twitter stuff the same stuff that you're posting on the actual website under the development heading, or is the development heading more just general website?
Under professional development resources, that's more like formal stuff, because
Okay.
like Jackson Library's online workshops, those happen all the time, and it's steady. But for the Twitter, I put more stuff like, oh, there's a webinar next week about etc. So that's I share the link.
Cool. Well, on that note, we'll end this meeting, but just know that we as officers don't feel the need to control everything. So if LISSA is not doing something that you want to do, just tell us, because we're open to any and all ideas. So.
Oh,
promised to see meeting up with Charlotte sometime.
Yeah.
Possibly, you
Were
know,
we talking about doing that in the spring?
we're definitely for sure doing it in the spring.
Do they have any friends? Sorry.
I actually, speaking of Charlotte, I'm sorry, if you
Oh,
guys,
really?
we're just kind of, having
That's good.
lots of discussion about various things here. I feel like Charlotte just announced something that they were doing.
Yes, they're doing a information literacy workshop next week, and
We'll share that with you guys.
Yeah.
So that,
also on the website.
thank you. Okay, spell her name right.
Yeah, their project coordinator is the one who, Beth Martin. She and I think the diversity librarian were the ones presenting.
Excuse me. Fluency library.
Fluency.
No,
Yes.
I'm being a jack.
Information fluency librarian.
Jackson still has a diversity librarian.
Oh, yes, okay.
Well, diversity librarians are cool, but she's correcting the title. Instead of being an information literacy librarian, she's an information fluency librarian. There's a point in there somewhere.
But yes, that is a workshop on Monday, October 25th, which is next Monday, 5:30 to 6:30. Which, you know, if you're gonna come to our event from 4 to 4:45, you know, might be a little bit tricky. But it's in Charlotte, and
Is that in Charlotte? It's an online thing though, right?
No, I think it's actually.
it's in Charlotte.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Okay.
she's sitting here from updated.
I misread it.
Oh well,
Yeah.
I did
So,
too.
if you'd like to go to that.
I can ask Miss Martin to see if they might record it and share it with us. But
Yeah.
I don't know if they have the equipment home, so you know, that's just my terrible camera right there.
Cool. Yes, that is all. Have a wonderful evening. Eat some of these snacks, please.
Yeah, because they're also gonna be around for my class that's in here.
Or we can
Or do you wanna take them?
or we're gonna close them up and bring